and thanks for stopping by again on such short notice. Today we are back with another new edition of IDP, first new douche-episode of 2025, and it's I think the first IDP in over a month. This week we're starting with some new indie rock slash post-punk up top, and then we're moving into your indie pop, jangle pop, power pop, and some chamber pop territory as well. Yeah, I think we'll be back fairly regularly now with new releases ramping up here at the end of January. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, first up we have a indie rock slash post-punk band out of Melbourne, Australia. They're a 5-piece band that are called Delivery, just the word delivery. So, it's really easy to Google. And they just released their second LP, which is titled Force Majeure, on Heavenly Recordings. This is kind of infectious, high energy, garagey post-punk, angular post-punk, I would say. There's 4 different vocalists that kind of rotate throughout the LP, which gives it a somewhat diverse style from track to track. Not hugely different, but the styles change throughout the album a little bit. Definitely some of the tracks are slower than others, but overall I still think it all lives in the kind of post-punk indie rock area. The album moves fast, and with the rotating vocalists from track to track, the album kind of keeps you on your toes. I think at different times, the album can be reminiscent of bands like Shopping, like Prism, like Lovelyz, Gang of 4, bands like Parquet Courts, Television, Wire, that kind of thing. Kind of gets you in the ballpark. Anyway, when I first listened to this, it really kind of hit the spot. I think it was just something that just worked for me. Like when I first listened to it, it's high energy, big hooks. Like they're catchy songs. Definitely worth checking out. The band again out of Melbourne. They're called Delivery. Like if you order delivery. And the sophomore LP is titled Force Majeure.
I get the coffee, cold or hot. I get the coffee with a single shot, double shot. Most of the time I get my coffee fitted strong. Operating out of loss. Most of the time been operating out of loss. They barely noticed what it was. Yeah, most of the time I've been saying, what's up? Woo! Infraction, it happened. Grandstand, see my reflection, it's an anthem, played as I'm talking to myself. Repeats, live stream, that screams my death and burial.
Next up, we have the second LP for the London band called Ex-Vöid, X-Vöid. The album is titled In Love Again. This band was formed by Lam McArdle and Owen Williams after their previous band, Joanna Gruesome, disbanded. Owen Williams is also in the band that I like a lot called The Tubs, who are also releasing an album, I think later in the spring of 2025. This is noisy, jangly power pop slash indie pop with Lan and Owen's kind of dueling vocal harmonies throughout, I think, almost the entire album. I love the vocals and the kind of the fuzzy, noisy, churning guitars. Their debut LP grew on me exponentially over time. I think I didn't listen to it enough initially, and then when I came back to it maybe 9 months or a year later, it just really grew on me quite a bit. And this one already, I feel like with each listen, I like it more and more. The lyrics feel bittersweet, melancholy, but it's really like there's a lot of hooks. Just a really fun, well executed indie pop record. I say indie pop. It is noisy, but it's sweet noise. It does do a bit of the kind of like dynamic, quiet, loud, quiet, loud, quiet, loud. The changes within the songs. Yeah, pop kids out there and fans of noisy, jangly guitars should give this one a shot. The band again is called Ex-Vöid. I think there's an umlaut involved. I'll put that on the screen if that's the case. There's an umlaut involved. And their sophomore LP, which has just come out, is titled In Love Again. It's out now on Tapete Records. Next up, we have a band out of Montreal, Canada. I believe Canada is just about to become the 51st state of the United States of America. So, congratulations. The band is called Prism Shores, and their second LP, I believe it's their second LP. I think they have a few releases, but I think this is their second full-length LP. It's titled Out From Underneath, and it's their first album on Meritorio Records. This is kind of your buzzy, fuzzy, early Flying Nun-esque jangle rock or jangle pop with dream pop and shoegaze kind of blended in. I think that they themselves actually cite like early Creation records and early Flying Nun as influences, which I think seems about right. I think I feel maybe like 13 era Teenage Fan Club, as well as maybe something like the Shins in the like Shoots Too Narrow era. So indie pop with a lot of effects-laden guitars kind of bubbling under. It never gets like crazy. I think shoegaze is maybe going a little too far, but it has that vibes, I guess I would say. A lot of hooks buried underneath the haze. I think I saw somebody, I may be wrong, I think I saw somebody reference the band, another Canadian band called Ducks Limited, saying this had shared some similarities. I don't really hear that at all. This is, Ducks Limited is more of a precise, highly executed jangle pop. This has a lot of different stuff going on if you listen to the whole album. Maybe if you just take one song here or there, it maybe is more reminiscent of somebody like that. But nonetheless, really good stuff coming out of the newest addition to the USA's portfolio of territories, or big beautiful states as we like to call them. The band is called Prism Shores, and their LP is titled Out From Underneath. Next, this is the debut LP for a band based in Paris. It's an indie pop trio, or group called The Gentle Spring, and the name of their debut release is called Looking Back at the World. It's out on Skep. Yeah, so The Gentle Spring on this record is a trio. They feature indie icon Michael Hiscock of the Field Mice. He was also in Saint Etienne, Trembling Blue Stars, many other bands. He's been around a long time. This is mostly melancholy, mature chamber pop, I'll say, with boy-girl vocals. It's mostly slow, like it's mostly mid-tempo or slower tracks, but I think it's all really enjoyable, wonderfully crafted pop. There's a wide variety of instrumentation on here. There's piano, horns, keys, cello, etc. Kind of adds to the chamber pop feel. Think things like Sarah Records, as you know, he was in Field Mice. Think like the Go-Betweens, Richard Davies, House Martins even, or like the Left Bank, Lucksmiths, kind of that sort of ballpark. I've been really enjoying this one. This one exceeded my expectations. I'd say a couple of the songs there's a couple songs that are a little more sprawling, like longer. This is a full album of over 40 minutes, as I recall. And so some of the longer songs maybe just dip a toe into some like more dreamy or dream pop aspects, perhaps. It's a little twee, but it's not super twee. I think this is one that's definitely worth checking out for the mature indie pop kids out there. Again, this band is called The Gentle Spring, and the debut LP is called Looking Back at the World.
It leaves little time to observe the important times. It just merges them all into an abstract world. People and places that are frozen in time, stepping away from the curve, ignoring times arrow, truly alive. Isn't that what we deserve? Love and all the pain it brings, well, the heart's consoled when the heart feels stings. We just can't live on pure imagining.